What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I am your host, Slackers, bringing you guys our next matchup in the Smash Bros. Upgraded tournament. We got a nice little matchup today. Got some fun little results. So, the real quick rundown, what is this if you're new and you're like, what's going on here? Basically, we took 48 characters, put them into a tournament-style tournament thing, and then each day on the channel, except Sundays, I upload one of the matches from the tournament. How the matches work out is I'll talk about the two characters, maybe go over potential mini moveset pool, maybe some facts, maybe a fun little story, maybe whatever it might be. And then we vote between one of the two, but you can vote for both. Keep that in mind. Yes, you can. But there are a few rules to follow along. Don't worry, they're very simple, so let's get through them real quick. Alright, rule number one for this tournament, you gotta be open-minded. Why do you have to be open-minded? Well, every character in here has the potential to be what we're calling upgraded. So, assist trophies, spirits, Mii costumes, Pokemon, background characters, stuff like that. Could they be upgraded into a playable character? That's the kind of characters we are dealing with in this tournament. That's why you gotta be a little open-minded, alright? Next rule. You only get one vote per person. Keep it fair, alright? If anything seems suspicious, I will crumple any votes up. I will throw them away if, if they seem a little iffy. I'll be like, nah, I don't think so. So, keep in mind, one vote per person, alright? Next rule, how do you vote? Down in the comments, it's simple. Type the name of the character you are voting for. If you happen to like both characters, however, yes, you can vote for both. That is totally fine. Otherwise, double elimination tournament, meaning a character has to lose twice before being officially eliminated from the tournament. Then once we get to the results to determine the winner and loser of each individual match, if there happens to be a tie in the votes, we flip a coin on camera, fairest way to break a tie, and then each matchup voting-wise only lasts for just 1 week. Those are the rules. Let's get to the rest of the video. Alright, so let's quickly run over the results from last week. So the matchup from last week was Monster Hunter, who was taking on Tethu or Tethi, depending on which which gender you would choose, from the Ever Oasis series. And when the voting started, Tethu and Tethi were neck and neck with like Monster Hunter in this case. Like, they were matching them vote for vote. And then the Monster Hunter votes came in, and then, well, Monster Hunter ended up winning this one. Wasn't a ton of votes overall, but they still won. 26 votes for Monster Hunter, 18 for Tethi. So, again, I'm not joking, at one point it was like 15-15 in terms of voting. And then it just, Monster Hunter! So, yeah, Monster Hunter, congrats, moves on to the next round in the winner's bracket. Tethu and Tethi, they dropped to the loser bracket, still in the tournament though. There's definitely some people that wanted to give them a chance, so they got one final chance, otherwise they get eliminated. So that is it for that result. So we move on to the matchup for today, and we got a really good matchup. We got Elma from the Xenoblade franchise, a first-party character, who happens to be taking on Heihachi from Tekken. Is that a Bandai rep? Is that Bandai? Is that Bandai? Does Bandai work on Smash Bros? What's going on here? All right, there's a lot into Heihachi, but we'll get there. So what do we start? Elmo we start with. All right, again, first party character. Now I think most of us are kind of split on. I think most of us could probably agree we're getting, besides the arms rep, there's a good likely chance that we get at least one more, if not several, first party characters. So. Alright, what first-party characters could we, franchises / characters could we talk about? How about Xenoblade, right? Xenoblade's had multiple games in the series now. We're getting the definitive edition. Is that coming out this week or next week, I think? It's coming out relatively soon, if it already hasn't come out. I think it's next week, though. But, so there's going to be a little bit of chatter about Xenoblade, right? So, what about Elma, right? So, if you're going to talk Xenoblade, right? Odds are, for majority of the people, you're either going to bring up Rex and Pyra, or Mithra, or Elma. Now, why would Elma make more sense? Now, she has been established in the franchise a little bit longer than Rex and Pyra, so she has a little bit more going for her. She is a solo female character. That is still something the fan base wants to see. That is still something we have, well, yet to get any confirmation on. We don't know what the ARMS character is. Maybe it is just Ribbon Girl. Maybe it is Lola Pop. Maybe it is Dr. Coyle. I don't know. Set that aside. Solo female character would be very fun. So, how about the playstyle? And that would also be extremely fun. She wields 2 blades. She's a sword user. Okay, well, hold on. those blades transform into guns. All right, that's actually pretty bad. That's awesome. That's amazing. Turning blades into guns, and it's like, okay, wait a minute, there could be something here. Maybe if Sakurai has any say, like if Nintendo, because they've already decided the DLC, right? What if going forward, when Nintendo is deciding which characters, what if they said, all right, maybe Nintendo doesn't even care that there's so many sword users, but Sakurai, maybe he was able to kind of like, hey, no more sword users, or not just a flat-out only sword user. So Elma, I think, could be an exception to the sword user rule, right? With the transformation weapons, sliding, kicks as well. There's quite a bit in here. I think there's a ton of potential for Elma. I really do. This is she's kind of a character that I do feel is a little underlooked, we'll say. I don't think there's a ton of chatter for her, but again, if we're going to solely focus just on the Xenoblade franchise, she's absolutely in contention, right? So, yes, she might be a spirit, but yeah, that doesn't matter for this tournament. Remember, it's the upgraded tournament. Who could get upgraded, right? So, I don't know. Elma, she does have her fans. She does do fairly decently in these tournaments. So, I mean, that's something to go on. I'm not the biggest channel by any means. I don't get a ton of views either, sadly. But she's got her fans. They do show up. That she can beat other characters in terms of overall voting, which is good. I think she'd be a good base roster character. I think more than anything. Yeah, I know we're talking about DLC here, but I'm not sure. Again, I'm not trying to knock against Elma by any means, but I don't know if I personally see her as a DLC. I'll put it like this. Okay, I can't even put it like that. If Smash Bros. Says there's a new character, I'll buy the character. I'm a Smash fan, alright? You tell me there's something new stage, new mode, new character. Yeah, okay, I'll buy it. Gimme, right? But if I was a casual fan, I'll put it like this. If I was a casual fan and say I had enough money to buy one individual fighter pack, depending on who everyone else is, obviously, I'm not sure that I would put my money on Elma, per se, but again, it's not just what I think of the character, right? It's what everyone thinks. That's why we vote. That's why we do this. So, Elma definitely has potential, definitely has a little popularity as well, so we'll see how she does in this matchup, because her opponent is Heihachi. Now, Heihachi, Tekken, comes from a fighting game, moveset, easy, no questions, right? And that was the big thing, right? Sakurai couldn't get the character to always be facing his opponent in a 1v1. Well, Sakurai had a little bit more time, was able to work out how that could work, because now we have that in Ultimate, so the doors are wide open for Heihachi, right? The doors are open for Bandai Namco to get another rep as well. And odds that, like, Heihachi, I know maybe Tekken is moving away. I don't want any spoilers, but if you know where I'm going with this, they're moving away from Heihachi because of events that happen, but he's still extremely recognizable, extremely just popular around the world. People know him, and that's going to help DLC sales. So like I was saying with the Elma, if I had enough money to buy one specific character, and I was just kind of a casual fan, I might go with somebody who had a bit more of a like a legacy, you know, a bit more, I don't want to say fame is the word, but something like that. If I at least heard of the character a bit more, I'd be a little bit more inclined to buy that character. So again, moveset easy. But here's why I always get caught up with Heihachi, right? Here's why I always get caught up. His most recent voice actor passed away a few years ago. Now, again, it's not Sakurai's job, it's not Nintendo's job to go out and hire a brand new voice actor for Heihachi just to be in Smash Bros. Now, again, the easy thing you could do would be to maybe just reuse old voice clips from old Tekken games. I suppose that could work, or maybe could he just be silent? Heihachi being silent doesn't. I don't think that would fly with a lot of people, but he's just in a weird spot. Maybe it's respect to the character, to the voice actor. That's like, hey, maybe now is not the time. Maybe it's not. It's, you know, it's just not right for it to happen. at this moment. So maybe down the road we could revisit it, but current place of time, maybe go with somebody else. Look, I love Heihachi in the terms of his play style. I told you this, I think, yesterday's video, right? I told you my top 4 here's a random fact again. I told you my top 4 playable, most played characters in PlayStation All-Stars. It was Noriko, Sackboy, Raiden, and then Heihachi. I absolutely loved Heihachi in PlayStation All-Stars. So if he plays anywhere similar to that, that would be awesome. Plus, he would be the first playable character in both All-Stars and Smash Bros. That would be pretty cool. That'd be a fun little trivia question, right? Fun little fact, right? So, could Heihachi happen? Maybe. We don't even have his Mii costume back. That's another big point, right? Where did that go? Bandai didn't even get any of their Mii costumes back, did they? Like, what? They're working on the game. It should just be easy to be like, yo, Bandai, we need your characters back for your Mii costumes. Yeah, okay, you can have them. Where are they at? I don't know. Like, we didn't get anything for Fighter Pass 1, and that was, like, one company that a lot of people felt was a lock to get a character, right? Bandai. And then, no. Maybe Fighter Pass 2. Maybe Nintendo kind of heard everyone saying, yeah, Bandai, that company deserves another. Maybe they're like, alright. Yeah, it makes sense. So, Heihachi could make sense. Elma could make sense. But in terms of voting, I can't pass up Heihachi in this case just because it's still weird for me to vote that way. Because, again, I would probably say I might prefer it if he's not in the game. Just where his character's at, where his voice actor, you know, all that stuff. Maybe not. But I don't know. It's a tough one for me. But I think I'm going to throw my vote for Heihachi in this one. So let me know who you guys got down in the comments. Heihachi, Elma, or both. All good options. That is it for this one. So sneak peek for tomorrow. Tomorrow's matchup, or the results, I should say. That's a good matchup. We will find out the winner of Dr. Eggman, who is taking on Kamek. And yeah, the winner gets to face Monster Hunter, and the loser, well, drops to the loser bracket. And then the matchup for tomorrow. I'm looking forward to this one. A lot of buzz recently, right? The new game was just announced. Tomorrow's matchup is Paper Mario. We'll see how many people are on board with him. But his opponent, Gardevoir from Pokemon. So Gardevoir's coming off a win. Let's keep that in mind. Gardevoir came off a win against Funky Kong with 36 votes. So we'll see how Gardevoir plays out. Anyway, that is it. Hope you guys enjoyed. Hopefully catch you on the next one. Peace out, everybody.